All right. Tomorrow we do have the unemployment data, so all eyes will be on that. And if you've been paying attention, the narrative is switching away from inflation. And a lot of people are now focusing more on a growth fear narrative. And as I always tell you, the stock market will always have a narrative on why it is bearish. And when you are in a bull market and you continue to get bearish narratives, that is when the bull markets continue to strengthen. And it's what's known as climbing the wall of worry. Now, if unemployment has some crazy spike higher and it looks like people are massively losing their jobs, obviously the stock market is not going to like to see that. But the odds of that happening are pretty low. And if you ever go outside and you do anything at all, you should be very aware that this is not a recession. We are not even close to a recession. So go outside every now and then and do a little bit of research on your own. People are still very well off and spending their asses off. So I personally do not understand the growth fear. And we know there is a ton of capex from mega cap growth companies that are heavily investing into AI. And there's lots of growth coming from that as well. So you really need to block out the noise and follow the charts here. And right now, if we look at this chart of SPY, there is nothing extremely bearish about it. Today, we had another day of going absolutely nowhere, but intraday, we did bounce off of the rising 50 EMA. The 20 daily moving average is very aggressively sloping to the upward direction. And yes, while I have to admit we could come down and fill this gap, there is a good chance from there that we could continue to try to resume the bull trend. And I say could continue to try because we don't want to make any assumptions. There's always the chance we slice right down through it and go for that next gap fill below. So I guess my point I'm trying to make is that it's not all doom and gloom out there. A lot of people love to focus on the doom and gloom, and of course fear does sell, so a lot of people like to strike fear into you just to get your attention, but I personally do not see it. We will need to acknowledge that SPY is looking risk off below 556, but at the end of the day, if we can bounce back over 556 and continue to push higher, we could just be a week or two removed from a brand new all-time high, and that is something I would not write off, especially if the bottom is in August and we are simply putting in a higher low before we continue higher towards that all-time high. Now we are heading into an election and there's going to be volatility around that, but we need to take it day by day. And right now we are bouncing off of a rising 50 daily EMA. And with the unemployment data tomorrow, if everything is good and we don't have a huge increase in unemployment, we could blast right through 556 and continue this bull trend to a brand new all-time high. So do not write that off completely. If we break down below the 50 EMA, below 547, we will likely fill that gap at 545. And if we can't hold that gap fill as support, then we come down towards about 535. So focus on that gap at 545 if we break down below 547, or if you are extremely risk off and you do not want to take any risk on at all while we're below 556, that is completely fine as well. You can always wait to get bullish until we get back above that risk level and we look more risk on. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we had an extremely exciting day of going absolutely nowhere, and price action is below all the moving averages, and we are below the risk level at 473, and we are very close to filling this gap at 454. So even if we go lower, I do believe there will be the possibility that we could bounce all the way back up towards that risk level at 473. So if we started down lower after unemployment data, I would be looking for the possibility of filling the gap and then instantly reversing higher towards 468 to 473. If for some reason we sliced right down through that gap, then we would be looking for the next leg lower at 446. So all eyes at support between 454 and 457. If the bulls take control, we are looking for resistance between 468 and 473. And if the bears slice through support, we're looking for that next leg lower at 446. Again, the unemployment data is very unlikely going to be bad, but if it is, the market will not like to see that. And then very quickly, we can look at Bitcoin, and we are breaking down below the bottom of the range. So yesterday, it looked like we may have had a bear trap, but again, we did have the bear trend, and we were still below that -5 EMA. So the bear trend is looking like it's taking over, and while we're below 57,500, do be cautious because we could go for that full next leg lower to the next bottom of the range, right around 53,000. At this point, to get bullish, we really need a higher low, higher high breakout back over 61,600. So you could stay risk off while we're below 57,500. So jumping back over the S&P 500, tomorrow should be an exciting day to finish up the week. We are getting very close to FOMC, which is only about a week and a half away, and that is when we are going to likely see the first rate cuts. And just be very cautious with all of the narratives. There's tons of narratives going around, and as I said before, there's always going to be tons of narratives, and it's just going to switch from one narrative to the other. You are never going to wake up one day and see that everybody is happy and everybody thinks the market is going higher, and if you do see that, we are very likely already near a market top. Because you never see peak optimism in a very strong bull market. You're always going to have people doubting the bull market, and that is what makes it so damn strong. If everybody starts agreeing we are in a bull market and everybody starts agreeing that we're going higher, that is when you get the weak bull markets at top and roll over and die. I see lots of pessimism and I see lots of people doubting this bull market, which means we are very likely going to continue to go higher. Doesn't mean it's a guarantee, but it's definitely something that I would pay attention to. If you want access to all of my intraday updates, my technical analysis, and my trade ideas, that's in my Discord server, and you can find out how to join my Discord server by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.